crazy. You're in the lab. I'm lit, and that is right. Yes, nostalgia from the 80s, man. If you're from the babies, from the 80s and 90s, just that nostalgia that kids these days will not understand, will never know that emotion, that feeling, that excitement. And that's what we're doing today. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the nostalgia, a blast from the past, the 80s and 90s for all of us, Gen Zs, Gen Xers, all of us that remember these things. Enjoy.
The things we did in school that today's kids will never experience. Library book
cards. Oh, man, library
real
cards.
Vintage relics.
Book cards.
You aced the spelling test, and the teacher gave you a popcorn-scented sticker. The first thing you did when you got a textbook was check for names. See if you recognized anyone.
That is true.
This was our personal back massage therapist at school. Who remembers the awful static electricity from this chair? No one knows why, but for some reason, in the early to mid-90s, almost every female teacher was obsessed with wearing this outfit.
That is true.
We didn't have bottled water back then, but we had this.
That damn water fountain.
When someone asked you if you were good at drawing in 6th grade, the start of school meant getting a new Trapper Keeper.
Ooh, Trapper Keeper.
Did anyone make this during Christmas time? What did you do in the first 5 seconds after getting a calculator at school?
Oh,
the fruit-scented Papa Point pencils were the best, until you lost one of the little plastic lead pieces.
Man, yeah.
These were the best shoes back in the day.
Gears.
Do you remember these?
Oh my goodness.
Kids today will never understand how we were all sidekicks in the early 2000s. We could all predict an incoming call on our cell phone just by being near our computer speakers.
Gosh, technology has got so far these days. Kids today watch the weirdest stuff. Me in 1985.
Good morning, Pee-wee.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Breakfast. Can I have that Mr. Cheese cereal? Okay. I pity the poor fool. Don't eat my cereal.
Oh, we watched that. I remember watching Mr. T. Lawrence Fishburne was in that show too as well. Look it up. Mr. Cowboy, I believe. Cowboy or the Mailman, one of them. God, we watched some weird stuff.
We did in the 90s that kids today will never experience. Before Google Maps existed, we used to print out directions from MapQuest. If you wanted to go to the movies, you had to look up showtimes in the newspaper. And you got kicked off the internet because someone in the family needed to use the phone.
Goodbye. Realize that we are the last generation on Earth that knows what life was like before social media. Back then, moments were just moments. Simple, fleeting, and ours alone. We lived them without worrying about angles or likes. A conversation wasn't about notifications. It was about voices, laughter, and silences that didn't feel awkward. There was something raw about that world, a beauty and its imperfection. If you got lost, you asked a stranger for directions, not a screen. If you wanted connection, you knocked on a friend's door. Instead of sending a quick message, that could be read and ignored. Now, everything feels different. The world is louder, but somehow lonelier. We scroll endlessly.
So true. Oh, who played this game? Oh, I did. Probably one of the toughest Nintendo games that were out. Games were a lot harder back in the day anyway. Well, comparably.
The flavor only 80s and 90s kids will understand.
All right.
We definitely had this dish for dinner back in the day. When there was no bread, this was our solution.
I still do that.
All the best food we had as kids came from that casserole pot. Today's kids just won't get it. There was something about a salad in a wooden bowl that made it taste different. Then, there were the desserts, rolled up in toilet paper tubes. Honestly, the taste of the paper tube was more memorable than the actual ice cream. Some kids thought butter rum was the best flavor, while others would only share that one. Reese's in those beautiful, beautiful ball forms disappeared in 2004.
Wow.
I swear that was the perfect popcorn.
That was.
The original yogurt has been gone for a few years now. We had to do hard labor just to open those candy wrappers.
Oh my goodness.
The alpha and omega of chips have been gone since the 90s.
Oh man, the pizzaronis.
The world just couldn't handle a Skittle that you could chew forever.
Oh, I know.
Hard to believe, right? But it's true. They've been gone for a few years. Do you remember the taste of all
day
these?
Long.
With tonight's top choices for family entertainment, this is Preview's Family View.
For all y'all don't know, this is how we would figure out what was on television.
A truck driver from Tupelo is on the road to becoming the king of rock and roll. TNT takes you back to the start of something big in Elvis' the early years.
Because you were like on Channel 10, like you see us on 47 now.
Robert Louis Stevenson's classic story of the cabin boy in search of a pirate.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nick.
Oh, it's an old school Nick.
Nickelodeon. Nick is kids.
Coming up, it's Hey Dude.
Hey,
followed by Welcome Freshman. Only on Nick.
I remember those shows. Hey,
You can save up to 50% by
Oh,
ordering
gosh.
direct from
See,
Lens
missed it again.
Express.
And
Trying
I
to
get the
get Channel
exact
10.
lenses my doctor prescribed or my money back.
Missed it
Now
again.
that's
What I call service.
Things that quietly disappeared in America, today's kids will never experience. There used to be cigarette vending machines everywhere with no age verification, completely relying on honesty. Why on earth did they stop making the delicious Choco Taco? When we were kids, you could always see blimps flying by. Where did they go? Anyone remember seeing that white dog poo? I haven't seen it in over a decade. Have you noticed there are fewer little bugs on windshields these days? We used to see them all the time. And what happened to those little red spiders? They seem to have completely vanished. When exactly did Disney remove or shut down these types of stores? And why did they do it? I haven't seen Ronald McDonald in ages, and I miss those benches. Today's kids won't believe it, but there used to be ashtrays on car doors.
In the back seat.
Cereal companies don't give away real toys anymore. Those surprises when you open the box are long gone. The once popular pager has completely become a thing of the past. It's hard to find a park with a sandbox anymore. Did you experience any of these?
Man, yes. Oh, man. Yeah, I played with bad dudes in the arcade.
Yeah. Got it.
Got it. Man. I spent a lot of time in arcades, but I was a military brat, so. I did it all the time. Arcade, bowling, BX. Oh man, that is awesome. Oh, a little nostalgia, a blast from the past. Man, from the 80s, from my babies, you know. Oh, made it all right. We put it together, man. I love that. I hope that brought back a little bit of just memories back. Hope you smelt those stickers, man, and just remember everything, the sounds, the taste, the feels, that to be back in a time where now these days nothing was like that at all. We wish we could all go back. If you enjoyed it at any time, y'all, please remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. It's all free. It all helps contribution of the love of the YouTube algorithm and for myself too in the community as well. Leave me those comments down below what you thought about this. With that said, man, y'all keep your mind open because those eyes will see everything in front of you. Love y'all to death, man. Y'all namaste.
I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.